Hi Convergers, so we have Gundam Converge number 110 and 114, so these are the old waves, the pre-20 pound waves. Basically it's within the first 20 waves, but I don't really know when. So we're going to start with V2 Assault Gundam, which came on 2015, and they're the other robots in the wave. Let me hit focus for you. I think I reviewed a bunch of these already, that may be one of those. Some basic stats here, but let's just go to fandom. And this is shown in my least favorite Gundam show, Mobile Suit Victory Gundam. So bad. Such a boring Gundam. Alright, anyways, so there's a blurb on it. This was piloted by the Star, and that's what Gundam looks like when it's 9 years old. Yee. I gotta focus on that one for you guys. Look at that. It's like blistering. Ugh. I'm gonna keep that box handy. I find that sometimes, you just don't know where a part goes. So, let me close this out, and now I can look at some images from the same website. I feel like I made a plus version of this. You'll have to search the channel for Gundam Victory. These foot stands are worthless. They just block a lot of the view of the robot itself, and the robot's going to stand anyways, so yeah, it's kind of weird. Alright, looking at the bottom of the feet here. If I could focus, there we go. Standard details, nothing bad. It's a nice matte red finish, matte white body, but then we have a metallic gold, of course, here. I guess gold has to always be metallic looking, right? Otherwise it'd just be yellow. Nice nooks and crannies on these early releases. Some of the newer ones, they actually make them look plainer, more like a cartoon. There's some red in the elbows here, and then the gold carries up on the shoulders. I think these things are like beam emitters or something, or eye generators, eye field generators. Some intakes, but no paint. Actually, they could be white or red based on those images I see. One hand can hold the weapon, but this one's just full of closed fist, and it's part of the arm. It's not a separate piece. The only things that really move are these shoulders and then the head. So the head doesn't really collide with anything, so you can look left and right all you want. I like to break the paint loose. Okay. This hand might possibly come off, though. Yeah, it does. Alright. So you can rotate that hand. Okay, well, there's gotta be a backpack or something. Or nope. Well, yes. There's 3 peg holes here. See, this is all warped. You can dip this in hot water, and it'll straighten itself out a lot more. But for this video, I'm just going to proceed on here. Alright, actually, this is a gun, according to that box. So luckily, I did keep the box around. And the gun is an underhand gun. So it actually comes up through the bottom. This is the grip here, this white thing. Alright, good fit there. I like that you can see the grip through the hand. But yeah, oh boy, that thing's warped on 2 different planes. I'm gonna have to... Well, we'll finish this off, and maybe I'll go and boil this, because chances are the next one's just as crooked. So there's a shape to this thing. This one has a T shape, so that must go in here. It also says 3R on it, so that helps out. This one has 3L. As to why it has 3, I don't know, but okay, those shapes basically make it idiot-proof. So I think those might be thrusters or something. What I don't know is, why is there a hole there? Like a slot hole. Granted, it's not too big. So only this arm here, I think, has a peg hole. Or maybe the other one did. Let me check. Nope, the other one, this side doesn't have a peg hole. Only this side. So the shield is only for the left arm. And pretty decent details there on the shield. Alright, so you can rotate the epping around peg. Oh, this is actually gloss black. That's contrast to everything else. Everything else is like mostly matte finish, except for the gold again. The eyes here, they are transparent green, I believe. Yeah, so that's one nice thing about most Converges. Like over 90%, maybe 95% of them have translucent eyes. It's got a little metallic green up there, and then the antenna. It's actually interesting that the antenna are already on. They feel rigid though, which is weird. Usually you have to put those on yourself. I'm surprised they risked shipping damage. There's a little red underneath those eyes. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there it is. Yeah, very cool. No text of the chassis frame on this body that I can see. The earlier waves, a lot of them have the chassis code written somewhere. Maybe on the shield? Nope, no such luck. Alright, so yeah, the thing will stand. You don't need that silly foot stand that blocks the view. Let me reset. Alright, the next one is Build Burning Gundam, which has its own dedicated programming for it. This came out in probably, is it the same wave? No, it's a different wave. I can't tell you which wave. You just gotta look up Converge 114. Yeah, I reviewed a few of these as well. Alright, so let's look at fandom while I open up this bag. So, focus here. So Gundam Build Fighters Tries, where it showed up. I believe the Gundam Build cartoons are basically kids building model kits. Yeah. And then they fight with their model kits. And they either go into like a computer system and they have virtual battles with the model kits or something. So that's what Gundam Build Fighters is about. Here's the story about it. Yeah, alright. And somewhere in here I saw the kid knows like kung fu, or not kung fu, that's very offensive to Japanese people, some sort of martial arts, and so the kid demonstrates martial arts skills through the robot. Alright, here's some images from the show. Looks like a fairly modern cartoon. I haven't seen it myself. Well, I gotta say, first impression is really nice. Just, that's the waste of plastic. Sorry. And all you have is the antenna here. Alright, let's look at the bottom of feet details again. They're concave. They're matte red. They're mediocre as far as detail goes. The white is matte finish. And yeah, some nooks and crannies, thrusters, all that stuff. But what I like is this metallic blue, this light blue. It's metallic on the knees, but then you have a regular matte dark blue in other spots. Oh, and look at this. These are transparent blue. That's a rarity to have outside the eyes. We have a white door or whatnot, yellow vents there. And then, yeah, it's just a red, white, and blue scheme with some gray here for the hands and the backpack. It's a pretty thin character as well. Very small, very limber looking. Maybe some thruster details there. Little groove. Is there any sort of peg hole? No peg holes in the thing. A little skirt action. A lot of vented detail up here in the torso. And then the head. Let's see. Oh, the neck comes with the head. That's actually kind of rare. Usually the neck is just on its own. But yeah, these little blue extra bits are nice. They are separate pieces. You know, the body itself is white PVC. You can see it down there. So... Alright, well, we got some blue eyes. That's also a rarity in Converge. Usually the stuff is green, pink, great. Those are the two colors that immediately come to my recollection, but blue is a rarer one. I like the metallic blue up there, and then look at all the little printed details. The red, the black, the red, right? No chassis code, though, on this head. Let's see if this peg is tight. Yeah, that's actually a pretty tight peg. But rigid plastic, so be careful of those antennae if they're breaking, snapping them. Head again, well, not as much rotation as the last one, but if you lift up the peg, you can get a little more. So what's a little weak though is there's no weapon. You know, it's just closed fists here, but that is a separate fist, so you can rotate it. Same with that side, so that's, I guess, nice that you can rotate the hands. And then some sort of, I don't know if there's a weapon in the hand or what. Alright, I was hoping, you know, it would come with something to peg into there. They look like maybe 3mm holes, but as you see, it doesn't come with anything else other than that wasteful foot stand. Okay, well, yeah, I don't really have any of the robots from this TV show to my recollection, but I do have a robot that has additional clear pieces, and that is the G-Self, which had its own TV show to its namesake. So you got these clear pieces looking like car headlights. This is number 108 in the Converge lineup. I also like that has forward-facing antennae, like bullhorns. So it's a unique one. I haven't seen that show either. Alright. Now, I have a whole bunch of victories, even though I hated that cartoon. Number 23 is just the victory 1. So I guess that's the first victory. Now victory 2 is number 24 in the Converge lineup. I guess we're going to have to lose these two for now. Alright. And then number 117, I guess would come after this one, and that is the V2 Buster. So now we're getting some more armaments there. And then the second, it just says second V, so some sort of victory. Second victory instead of victory 2, number 238. So that's pretty far down the line. And you can see what I was talking about earlier, maybe. The legs, you don't have as many details. Like, it's kind of plain looking, you know, there's no grooves right there. It's, I guess they're trying to go for more of a cartoony look. Or just lazier CAD modelers, I'm not sure. And then the Mac Daddy is this Plus 001, the very first of the plus size Gundams, V2 Assault Buster. And so now you can see it's pretty much got everything. Right. Yeah, I mean, they're not bad looking robots. They look like Gundams. It's just, yeah, just watch that cartoon and you'll fall asleep. Alright, well, let's get these all out of here. And get this one back. And let these two spin one last time. Up close at a low angle. Let's see what that looks like. Head focus. So the great thing about Converge... Oh, sorry. Converge is, they're small. You can collect a whole bunch of them. They don't take up room. You don't need to have a giant house to display hundreds of these things. I have these little acrylic discs, by the way. I use poster putty to mount them with a label. And also, you don't have to paint them, right? I mean, you have the option to paint them, and then they'll look awesome. But out of the box, I think they look fantastic. So, thank you for watching, and we'll definitely see you in the next Converge video.